Yes, so this is a big one, and this was a really popular case. So the Gabby Petito case, okay, and that is just a reminder here. That was Brian Laundrie and Gabby Petito, and they were traveling cross country. Everyone thought they were amazing. They had great social media stuff, and tons of people were following them, and this, that, and the other. And she went missing. And everyone thought that it was him. And
because he just showed up back in Florida in the camper like nothing ever happened.
Yep.
Like, hey, what's up, everybody?
He did. And what ended up happening, fast forward here, we'll need to cover this as a case file.
Yeah.
But what ended up happening is he ended up ending himself and admitting to ending her, right? Well, it was a big deal. There was a lot of speculation that Brian Laundrie's parents knew and had some sort of involvement in not bringing this information forward. So there was a civil lawsuit brought against them by Gabby's parents, and for the first time since all that went down, they met in court, and Gabby Petito's parents had quite a bit to say about Laundrie's parents, saying things like they showed absolutely no emotion about the whole situation. It was very unsettling just seeing the disconnect between them there, not admitting that they knew anything. I mean, the Laundrie's parents lawyered up immediately, right away, which, just to clarify, I am not somebody who blames people for lawyering up. I think that everyone should lawyer up. Everyone, whether you're innocent, whether you're guilty, whether you're anything. But I also think there's a way to lawyer up and still be caring to other people and give a statement and not cooperate. You don't need to. You do what your lawyer says. Do what your lawyer says. Not cooperate with police. Do what your lawyer says.
You can support everybody.
But you can come out with no. Police want you to think that. Police want you to think that cooperating means you're like supporting the victim's family. Not true. Police have their own agenda, and it is separate from the agenda of the victim's families. But I do feel like in this situation, what they could have done is came out with a statement to let Gabby's parents know. At least say, hey, we had no knowledge of this. Or, give the rundown off the record type thing. I would have reached out to them and been like, hey, I would like to tell you, and I feel for you, and I'm sorry you're going through this. Unfortunately, we're going through losing our son too. Like, there's ways to do it where you're not putting yourself legally at risk, and you're still you're still safeguarded legally through your attorney. And I just feel like there were better ways to do it. The way that they did it made them totally feel disconnected and non-human-like around the Gabby Petito's parents' loss in this.
I mean, they just seemed like they didn't care at all.
Yeah.
It seemed like they were trying to help their son evade responsibility for murdering her.
And ultimately, it kind of seems like
they did.
Their son cared more about what he did than they did, to the point where he ended himself.
Right. Which is insane.
It is insane. It is super insane.
That case just really disturbs me.
It is extremely disturbing. And it makes me wonder if it was a crime of passion where he regretted doing it and that's why he ended himself. I don't know. It doesn't make any of it okay. If anything, it makes the parents... they're just in a really bad situation. I just wish they would have came out and made some kind of statement.
I mean, okay, so this is an example where I could see something like this happening. I could see that he has some anger issues, okay? They start getting in fights, but ordinarily they are a pretty good couple. They're going through the stress of traveling. Maybe they have never spent this much time traveling together. They're getting in fights, and he loses his temper, and it just happens. Like, it's a crime of passion, and then he realizes, like, oh, crap, what did I just do?
Yeah.
What did I just do?
Yeah.
Like, I can see this happening to some people, okay? it's gross, it's terrible, he should be held accountable, but I do think he, tries to hide it, obviously. He did try to hide it. He goes to his parents and says, I regret this so much. I loved her so much. I didn't mean to do this. I don't know what's wrong with me. Gives them the whole sob story, and they're codependent parents who want to make everything go away for their child.
Yeah.
Dude, codependent parents are a problem
in
America.
Scary.
That's part of the reason we have so many addicts.
It is. Yeah, absolutely.
I have personal experience with it throughout generations of my family. So, and other extended family. Like, it's a problem.
It is a problem, and I do see that point, and I think that is a realistic possibility. There's just a lot of media out there that make him out to be totally evil, and I do think that's a real theory. I think there are other possible theories too.
Yeah,
I'm not saying that 100% that's definitely what it is.
Oh, me either.
But I think that his parents could have handled it better with protecting themselves and being victim focused. And I understand they're victims of loss in this situation too, but it doesn't change what happened when he first got home to when he ended himself, and I think that needs to be recognized and explained personally, but, I guess we'll see what happens here. It sucks that the Petito family has to go through this reminder of this situation over and over and over and over just to find out some information about how the Brian Laundrie was managed. Did his parents know? His mom sent a text message saying things like, if that happens, I'll send a cake with a shiv in it to the jail. Like, you know what I mean? It just seemed like a major emotional disconnection. So,
yeah.
But,
major. Like, they didn't care.
Yeah, we'll keep up on this. This was such a big story, and, we'll cover it for a case file one of these days. But let us know what you think, and we appreciate you.
Yeah, and if you guys really want us to cover it and go over it, let us know.
Yeah,
soon.
absolutely.
If you want us to do it soon.
Absolutely. And that is it for our breaking news true crime updates, brought to you by the Hot Dog of the Year. Yes.
I want a special name. Rude.
Then make one.
Calling yourself the Hot Dog of the Year.